This podcast is sponsored by Keeper Brand Fishing Apparel. Please shop Keeper Brand for some awesome fishing gear. And we are also sponsored by Steam Juice Vape Juice. We'll provide links to their pages in the description of the episode. And I'm now passing the mic to Don.
Hey guys. All right. Hi.
Hey Tyler, how's it going?
Hi, I'm Tyler. Nice to meet you guys.
Yeah, it's good to meet you
Likewise.
too, man. We're on episode 22 of Funny Blunt Truth, and we have Tyler Nilson here.
Can I just say I'm so honored to be here. Thank you for having me.
That's awesome, man.
Hey, we're
Thanks
honored.
for coming
Thanks
on.
On.
Yeah, thank you guys so
this
much.
This is awesome. Can we go over your work just real quick? We pulled some movies that you've been on, and we're just going to tell the people listening. You've been in Identity Theft, which was the newer comedy, Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox Story, Burn Crisis, and my personal favorite, The Moped Diaries.
Yeah, mine too.
Which was a short story. But we were looking up on your IMDb. It also says that you were a South Pacific adventurer.
Yeah.
Can you just go kind of into some of that? Like, your lifestyle for me is quite fascinating because you and I met on social media. I think I live vicariously through you.
I don't even know. So this is Dave, right? Is this Dave or Don?
This is Don.
Don, what's your social media account name? I don't even know. I have no idea. I just got the email from you. what's your account name?
That's Ship Monster. SHIP.
Oh, all right, cool. Oh, this is amazing. Okay, cool. I'm sort of like, oh, what's up, dude? How are you?
So can you go over kind of like your beginnings and how you got to where you're at? Like maybe some of that stuff that you have up there about South Pacific. I actually got married in Tahiti, so for me,
did you really?
The South Pacific holds like a big chunk of my heart.
For sure. No, it's so I always, my whole life, I just always was like an adventurer, like an adventure kid, you know, like I was always so into that shit. Thanks, man. I loved it. And, I grew up in a really wild fucking place, like a super, super wild place. And, I kind of isolated in a really beautiful way. And, you know, I don't know, I feel like just that sort of mentality, the seed of that, like where I grew up really kind of like gave me the power to move around the globe and spiritually and energetically and creatively. And so like, yes, I found myself in places like the South Pacific, as a boatman, like living in the jungle and like having staph infections. And like, I found myself like doing really, like I have amazing stories. I feel so blessed to have them. I think it's cause, yeah, I don't know. That's it. That's it. I don't know, yeah.
That's fantastic, man.
That's awesome. That's better than a 9-to-5 life. I tell you that. Sign me up. I want
Dave
some staff.
It's different.
Yeah, Dave and I completely agree with that. Give me some staff and Mercer.
You guys can, that's the crazy thing though, is you guys can have like that you can like life. I've done some serious work, you guys, and like the 9-to-5 is, you don't have to buy into it. Like you can, and a cool example is, and I'm just gonna throw this out there is so like, and I don't even know you. It's the first time we've spoken, so forgive me. I'm just gonna project a little bit.
No, this is cool. Run.
But it sounds like you guys, like you sound like, I've tried to email you there. You are living in somewhat of a 9-to-5 life or more like something, maybe just there's something you're doing that you're not loving.
Yeah, more or less trying to break out of it. Exactly.
Yeah, but here's the crazy shit is what episode are we on right now?
22.
So in your story, you have the power if you really get into it to like, and then you're doing it, you're creating a lifestyle. You're on the journey. Like, and by episode 75, you guys might not have jobs at 9-to-5 anymore. And by episode 215, you might be interviewing Viggo Mortensen. And then by episode 227, I might have to come back on here because I dropped a film. And then we're laughing, having the time of our lives. And you guys like, dude, like, we're out here, we created this life, this lifestyle, like, that, like, you can travel and do whatever the fuck you want. And like, you have the power to change the universe. Yeah. It's pretty dope. You have the power to change the universe. You're doing it.
Go ahead, Don.
Go ahead, Dave.
No, I was going to say that, Tyler, we've had like a lot of discussions on the same topic. Like, this whole system's like an illusion, man. And, like Don and I are aware of it. And, I dread the 9-to-5, man. It kills me slowly inside. And on a personal story about me, like I write scripts. I got into short films and I'm a podcaster. So I'm, I'm out there trying to do my thing. So I get it.
That's, I think we kind of have the same point of view, Tyler, myself and Dave, as to you, is the whole thing, as you make it happen, you can produce it. A lot of people just accept what they have and just deal with it and get angry. And us, we're trying to change it. And I think that's why I'm fascinated with your social media account. Cause it seems like you have no boundaries. I mean, I saw you do a kiss off with the guy from, Panic at the Disco.
Yeah. I'm not a boundary guy. Here's the thing is, I like natural, beautiful boundaries, but I think I have an issue whenever somebody says there's a line here, I'm always like, why? Why is that line there? Or just why? Like, it's cool if there's a line there because there's a reason, but like a kiss off with a friend of mine that's a man, like diving into, like, why is that funny? Cause what is society like, I don't know, I was kissing a dude. Like, there's nothing weird about it. It's just life, like, why is that, anyway. So
I think for me it's fascinating because it's so liberating for those of us who live in an area, not saying like I necessarily want to kiss a dude, but what I'm saying though is like your actions on social media like that, or, even like walking nude on a beach with a bunch of friends, that kind of like freedom that you guys have is very, I think missing from the rest of the world. And for those of us who kind of, gotten into a rut in other situations. Yeah. Like me, I find that fascinating because I think like, man, I could live that life,
Yeah, you could. You could, man.
And I mean, I'm telling you, in Tahiti, I just wanted to keep going with that because there's a few people I can talk to. Not many people have been out there, but for me, that holds near and dear to my heart. And,
that's beautiful.
I actually went out there and learned, Tahitian, a bit of it when we went out and, went to the locals. We rented a boat. We got stuck out in the middle of a lagoon and we had this family who lived on a Motu, one of the little islands, came out and like helped us. Yeah. They didn't want money. They didn't want anything. They just came out and were like, hey, we saw you guys stuck in the water. Granted they spoke Tahitian faster than I ever thought possible, but, dude, it was, that area down there, if people don't understand, I mean, it's magical. It's fantastic.
Yeah. There's a sense of, I hear what you're saying. It's
unity.
Like, let's take care of each other.
Yeah. Well, I think pre-Christian culture down there, like old school, Tahitian culture was very much, if I have more fish than I can eat, I give the rest to you.
Yeah.
That type of thing. And if you have more bread one day or more fruit, then you bring it to me. And it's one of those, they didn't barter. Everybody looked out for everybody. And when you're there, it's so relaxing. Nobody cares about what you look like. There's no radio out there. There's no billboards. And I think people don't understand how actually, how freeing that actually is.
To see that perspective.
Yeah, it's a big wide open. I didn't want to leave either. I was damn near in tears on the airplane.
Really?
Yeah. It was actually like a pretty emotional moment for me because we stayed there for almost 3 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like it really, but how long did you get back?
What's that?
How long did you get back?
Let's see, year and a half now, 2 years.
Wow. It sounds like it really had a big effect on you.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things. I lived in Hawaii. I actually bummed around Hawaii for a long time.
Yeah.
On my own, like just kind of homeless, but with friends. So it wasn't really homeless, and then it was just like locals. And, I learned to read Samoan. And then when I went to Tahiti, it was like Hawaii, but even better. Cause Hawaii is still becoming it's like becoming a Miami down there. I'm sure. I don't know if you've ever been there, but it's just buildings and everybody wants the next iPod or whatever the hell. And, when you go to Tahiti, it's like way back in time. And it was just great. Yeah. Like, we were just walking through the woods. We were walking through like dirt paths and all the other tourists that were there were like, we're too scared to go out. And I was like, screw it. These people don't have guns or anything. And they were welcoming, just walking by the house. They're like, oh, you want food? Come in,
Yeah. Did you meet a Dog the Bounty Hunter dude?
No, I didn't.
No? Oh, shucks.
Yeah.
Are you guys in the same place? Are you like in like the same building?
Yeah, we're in the same state. We're in Florida right now.
You guys old friends?
Getting there.
Sort of for a bit now. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's this book you should read, and it's about a shipwreck. Since your account's shipwrecker, and it's about Tahiti and how beautiful Tahiti is, and like sort of like the loss of beauty in Tahiti. It's a series. It's called the Bounty Trilogy, and I'm actually looking at a copy of it right now. Mutiny on the Bounty. You should read Mutiny on the Bounty. You should read all three of them, but you should definitely read Mutiny on the Bounty, dude.
Okay.
It's awesome. It's all about what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's one of those things I don't think people get, Dave, did you make it up back on?
Yeah, I'm here.
I don't think you did it.
Did I get disconnected?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, you totally went. You just came back. No, it's the thing. It's cool that, when I read that you went down to South Pacific area, because nobody I know has ever been there. We were the only ones, and it took us, myself and my wife, it took us 6 years to save up just to get out there.
Yeah.
And, man, that was I swear to God, it was a coming home for me. That was one of those things where you ever get to a place and you're like, I was not born in the right area. That's how at least I feel. Are we recording, Dave?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. All right. We'll continue on. Let's ask you, if you don't mind, about some, something to do with, the Moped Diaries, like how that actually came about.
That sounds fun. What about it?
How it actually came to fruition, the whole process, maybe wanting to storytell, maybe the wanting to, direct it, record it, act in it, and the actual, the undercurrent of what you wanted to get across, that coming of age type story.
Yeah. Yeah, I won't get super into the details of because there are stories behind stories of friends working on it and how it took shape and changed, and I really put a lot of energy into that project with a lot of really good friends. One guy named Nick Vitale, another guy named Mike Schwartz. Anyway, we bled for that piece, and I think it feels like that. But I guess the undercurrent of the piece, really, God, it's so funny because it's weird to talk about stuff in the past, but, why I wanted to make it. I was going through a really unique time, a really unique breakup in my life. And the truth is I knew, okay, I'm going to stop trying to, I'm going to just use words, right. Okay. I was with a woman that I was not happy with. She didn't make me unhappy, but I was very unhappy in my relationship.
We've all been there.
And I was choosing fear a lot. For years I had been choosing fear. It became a pattern. And we had been together for 10 years and married for 4. And the truth is I took that piece of clay and I slowly massaged out some real truth and allowed myself to look at it. And that's what that film really, really is about. It's about, crossing that bridge of fear. And I needed to do it in a way that wasn't nail in the head. I needed to talk about stuff that was, whatever. And then right when the movie came out, we got separated and then we got divorced, and I let go of that fear, and I'm still practicing letting go of that fear.
That's a tough thing. I think Maynard James Keenan, who's the lead singer of Tool, once said that all art is born out of tension or stress. And it's like a catharsis. You find it was the same thing with that movie? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that was a unique one. I'm going through a different one right now, but, that was my first, that was one of my very first experiences at, reaching up into the universe and pulling something down. An artist, we're reaching up and pulling from the collective subconscious or the collective unconscious. And this is just my opinion, by the way. This is not fact. This is just how I feel. Is I feel like I reach up and I feel like I pulled onto something that a lot of people feel. I think a lot of people feel that in the Moped Diaries because they also live that life. And it's all, projectable. Like it could have been something as simple. There's so many things. We all have our own we all have our own bridges to cross. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We all have our thing.
That moment, I'll tell you, not to interrupt you, but that moment when in the movie you use, walking together with a girl and jumping off of a pier together to represent your unity in life, the kind of relationship bond that you guys have.
Oh, holy
and then
shit.
Later in the movie. Oh my God,
I'm sorry. I just had to take 1 second and you almost just fucking made me cry. I think I just realized the way you just use it, the bond, I'm like, oh my God, that represented, you just opened my eyes to some deep shit. That represented, what did you say? What was it?
It was the nonverbal storytelling of your relationship with that woman. I mean, jumping off the pier together symbolized you two together. And then when you jumped in and she didn't, I mean, that was, right? I mean, I think, at least that's what I pulled from it.
Do you want to hear some real shit? Do you want to hear some super, super deep shit?
Hell yeah.
Okay, this is fucking, now we're opening it up now. In the story, and this is some real, okay, I'm gonna say this out loud. everybody's, okay, sorry. I need to clarify and say everybody's everybody. I am Tyler. We've all been the bad guy. We've all been the good guy. And we've all been in everyone's stories. And you know what I mean? Like, we've broken up and been broken up with. That real, truly, I kind of was a little bit more Eleanor. I left the situation. You know, in some ways, if you look at from her perspective, I was also, not Eleanor, I'm sorry, Rose. I was Rose as well. Sorry, I was just getting, like, it's funny because you don't know my life. And I'm just like, holy shit, that I never thought about that. I was also Tyler as well, but it's funny because like, I've also been the wolf. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've been the bad guy.
Yeah.
I've been I left my wife. Like, I was the one that was like, I want to leave. I'm unhappy, you know?
Yeah. I found it interesting too that in the movie, like a lot of short stories, only cover one topic, you know, like you'll watch a short story and it'll be a 10-minute short and it'll be about the extremes of capitalism, you know, like that undercurrent.
Sure.
Whatever it would be. Yours had like so many areas covered, but it didn't feel jumbled, at least to me. And I don't mean to sit here and like wax poetry all day. Like, no,
I love the wax poetry. It's funny. Go ahead.
But I found it interesting because, you know, I'm a big angler out here in Florida, and you covered even the subject of how building a bridge helps the society, but completely destroys the fisheries.
You know, for sure. Yeah.
How it's like love and loss of a female or love and loss of parents and a brother. And then like taking your steps out of your own comfort zone and all that in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty phenomenal.
Went for it. Goddamn, man. Honestly, thank you so much. Cause I didn't even really, I haven't thought about the Moped Diaries in so long. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. Like, we went deep with that one, man. That was I'm proud of that piece.
I enjoyed it.
I'm really proud of that piece. Thank you.
Hey, Tyler, I got a question for you. So I was reading, like in your bio, like on IMDb, are you like really like a former like hand model? How did you get into that?
No.
Or is that like a gag
No, dude. No, I'm not a former hand model. I am a current hand model.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I read like you doubled. No, that's fucking
Yeah.
awesome. I read that you doubled for like Brad Pitt and shit. That's fucking awesome.
Dude. Yeah, no, it's a good life.
See, now I have to see your hands.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Oh man. Just envision nice hands. That's probably
how do you get to be a hand model? Like, how does that come to fruition?
That story, that's some serious creative, like, what's the word? Like visualization. Like, I think I just was like, somebody's gotta have that job, man. Somebody's gotta have that job. And then I met my best friend, Mike Schwartz, who also wrote and directed the Moped Diaries with me. And he got a job editing. He's like, these guys are making bank. These hand models are making money. You should do this. And I was like, I know I could do this. And I went to this audition. And so randomly, I was like, yeah, I'm a hand model. Like, I told them I was a hand model. They let me audition. And I fucking got the job. And then I just never let go of it. And then I was good. I was really good at it. Yeah, I was good at being a hand model.
Like commercials and shit, or?
Dude, I did fucking 3 commercials this past week.
That's awesome.
I do all of that good shit. It's been like a lot of cell phones, a lot of beer, a lot of cars, like just shit people buy, you know, like if you can think what's big advertising money go towards, you know, like that's usually what I do.
That's a cool side.
So you just went in there. I mean, like what's the work day like when you're a hand model? Just like when you go in, dude, go through makeup,
it's such a unique, like it's such a unique job. It's certainly, I would never say it was hard. But there are days where you're like it's actually crazy. Like, you'd be surprised. Like, your days where you're like under like 110 degree lights and you're wearing a wool suit and you're standing in there's and you're like literally dripping sweat like through your suit, and you're, you know, like, and you've agreed to a rate that's like not like, you know, it's not a super high rate. And there are days where you're like, whoa, this is challenging, you know, like, and as a hand model to say that is such a douchey thing to be like, no, like real shit. Like, it's like, you're like, I don't know if you've ever tried to hold hold a computer, like hold a tiny laptop in your hand and under a hot light for fucking 6 hours and see if your shoulders don't feel like they want to give the fuck out. Like, but like, it's crazy because like that's very rare, but like there's also days that are like amazing. You go in, like, I've had some of the best days of my life hand modeling. Like, I one time, once again, Mike Schwartz, Lincoln Town Cars, they were like, we have to fly up to San Francisco to do this Lincoln shoot. And they flew me up to San Francisco. And, it was during the first, World Series when, like 6 years ago when San Francisco won the World Series. The first one, the first one of the last three. And I fucking got to go up there and stay in a hotel right near AT&T Park. And my best friend Mike and I went to the games. And I barely worked. I worked for like 2 hours. And then they sent me a check for $10,000.
Holy shit.
Dave, we need to get out of podcasting. How good do your hands look?
Hey, are there like
shit, like
foot models and ear models, nose models? Sign me up.
Dude, yeah. Dude, there's all sort of models, man. You could do anything, but like the truth is like hands are the most. That's where you're gonna find the most of your money. Like,
I got like old dude hands,
like,
though. They're like veiny.
That's okay. Hey man, you have hands. What a blessing, man. My hands are getting older too. I'm 35 now, man.
Now, do they have to like prep you? Do they have to look like really slick and clean, or are they?
No.
They're just looking for regular hands?
They're just looking for hands that look like a man's hands, man.
Oh, Don, you're out, buddy.
Yeah. I was gonna say I do have a big scar down one side, so
that's cool, man. That scar's probably a really good story.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, you got a good story.
Yeah. Yeah. Even the doctor goes, when I told him why, he goes, oh, that's unusual. So,
yeah.
But, yeah, man, that's crazy. I can't believe you're a hand model. And if I can bring this up, you live in a treehouse?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in this treehouse right now, man. I do. I live up in this tree hut. It's the dopest.
What is that like? That's amazing.
It's, when I was young, I'll share this with you. But, when I was really young, I got like sent away to this like boot camp for boys. It was like crazy. It was this, like sort of wilderness education program. It was wild, but like it was fucking hoods. Like it was like hoods in the woods shit. And, we had to build our own houses in the woods. So I was like spent a year like basically building houses in the woods with other boys, like in the wilderness, like just being like, we should protect ourselves from rain. Like it was wonderful. And I had this sort of, I've always loved living outside, and I had a sort of moment, like I had a daughter 9 months ago now, and I wanted to remember what it felt like to be like that, you know, like, cause I love her so much and I really wanted to connect to that. And so I built this tree house, and it's the same house I lived in when I was in those hoods in the woods. Like I get to go back. It's like sort of like mentally allowed me to kind of go back to that place, as a younger boy, like a boy, you know, a 14, 15-year-old kid. And it's creatively been super really healthy for me too. And it's, also allowing me to connect, I think, with my family, like with my daughter more, cause I'm starting to understand what it's like to have a younger perspective, to look backwards, you know, so
it's helping you out on all accounts then, not
dude,
just,
all accounts, man, all accounts.
That's pretty wild, because I do hear actors in Hollywood a lot have demands for places like that on set. You know, I think not Robert Downey, who was the guy in Pirates of the Caribbean? Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, he actually had in his contract mandated like a Tibetan retreat on set that he could go to just for creative use.
Wow.
So
that's interesting.
That would make
Johnny
sense.
Depp, you could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have, let me ask you, besides the Moped Diaries, do you have anything in the future that you can talk about? Cause I think I read something about some, peanut butter.
Yeah. So there's a film that, the guy, Mike Schwartz and I, from, Moped Diaries, again, my best friend, and was the best man at my wedding, and, the yin to my yang and the yang to my yin. He and I have spent the past like 2.5 years, really, really like on this, like beautifully on this project called the Peanut Butter Falcon. And it's amazing. It's a beautiful project, and we're kind of in the gestation phase right now, and getting ready to shoot and making offers and like learning about ourselves and this, like, cause we do a lot of show, and I don't think I've done a ton of the business side. So like getting into like what it means to finance at a higher number and, all the things that, you know, it's just, just more information and more knowledge, and which is more powerful.
That's your first feature, right, Tyler?
Yeah. This will be our first feature. And I feel like that's what we're doing right now. I've been working on that. It's about a guy with Down syndrome, who's been placed in an old age home and needs some hope and breaks out and finds it. And he finds it with a guy, who's kind of in a rough spot too, spiritually, and has had a lot of loss. And it feels like we really channeled Mark Twain, Tom Sawyer, Huck Finn with this one. It's, I wanted to give you, I said this the other day, and I'll paraphrase myself talking about it, cause, I don't like to say the same thing too many times. I said the other day, I was talking to somebody and I was like, honestly, I really truly wanted the first time I read Tom Sawyer, Huck Finn, God, that fucking book changed my life, man. It really did. It changed my life. Cause they are living in a time, it's the same as now, but they're living in a time that doesn't exist, anymore. And I wanted to be there with them. And I knew what it was like to dive into that, just to really want to be there. And I was like, we should, sorry, I lost my words. So with this, we dove into what would it feel like if you were Mark Twain and you wrote a film? What if Mark Twain wrote a film? What if he didn't write Tom Sawyer and Huck Finn? What if he had written this? Or what if I wanted to give people the emotion of, sorry, I'm losing my train of thought again. I wanted to give people the emotion I wanted to feel very classic, and I wanted people to give the feeling of what it felt like to watch Tom Sawyer, Huck Finn for the first time again.
Watching a movie of that time, but with modern characters.
I can't explain. I know I just spent 2 minutes rambling, so please forgive me.
No, it's fine. That's what the show's for.
You can edit that out if you need to.
Run with it.
Yeah, but no, I wanted people, the feeling I had when I first read that book was what I want people to have when they watch this movie. I want people to be like, oh my God, I want to be there with those guys. I really do.
Kind of like that adventure story, getting out, going, doing your own thing.
Yeah, it's really wonderful. And I'm working on a new project right now that I haven't spoken a ton about. It's called Hello, I'm Love. And oh God, it's so beautiful. I'm sitting here looking at the boards, what I'm writing and the drawings I'm doing. And, do you want me to read what I wrote today to you? It's one very short thing.
This is your show, man. This is your episode. You get to do whatever you want.
So this is the midsection. This is right in the middle. And this is it's kind of a tough point. It's that, the big, okay. I won't get into that. The character says, I opened my stomach and I pulled out. So he's talking. Okay, I'll give it context real quick. Okay. So this dude has been living in fear. It's very Tyler. He's been living in a lot of fear, and he's learning how to let go of fear. And he meets this person, this little, not person, but this cardboard cutout in the woods named Love. And, it's really crazy. He's going back. He's living in a tree fort. He's doing stuff I'm doing. This is very now for me. And, he's trying to learn how to meditate. And, he finally finally goes into this deep meditation in the middle, and he opens up his stomach and he pulls out, it's really crazy. And he says he opens up his stomach and he says, I pulled out all the fear. So in his stomach, he opens his stomach up, and in his stomach is all this ash and fear and it's all this grossness. He starts pulling it out, and he pulls it out and cleans it out, and he has this gaping hole in his stomach. And then he thinks really hard, and in his meditation, his stomach fills with this Pepto-Bismol looking pink love. And then he takes clay and builds a new stomach, and the color of flesh. And it's really insane, really fucking insane, but it's it's wonderful. I've been working on this, and this one is one of those that I think this project will be one of those game changers that, actually I posted a photo on Instagram the other day, of Love, the character, if you want to look at it.
Oh, that'd be awesome. I want to check.
I posted a photo on Instagram of love, and it's funny because like, to really, I'm working backwards, not too early, I'm certainly telling you, really talking about it, is that I'm looking at photos of my daughter, I'm like, oh, this character is just my daughter. Like, I'm learning to love. I'm learning what love is through this unexpected, tiny little beautiful meat pie. This pink and cardboard brown, like little circle. It's just love, and she's so innocent.
I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah. And it's just, that's it. But that comes to life in this universe and helps change this person. And during the mid-section where this like little character is walking around and this like a child's voice, this guy's like pulling all the stuff out of his stomach and then filling it up with his own self-love. And he's got this mantra going, I have the power to change the universe. I have the power to change the universe. I have the power to change the universe. I have the power to change, and it's like amazing. It's like fucking, it's some next level shit that like I don't know what's happening, but I know this shit is fucking coming out. And like getting rid of fear and letting love in and feeling like you can be loved and allowing yourself to go crazy and dance and like think on different levels. And it's like Fight Club and Swiss Army Man and like it's talking about we can change a universe. Like I'm looking at the words now, like we can make the universe shift with just our thoughts. Like talking about making the universe shift with just your thoughts. Like talking about your life. Like if you guys right now would be
law of attraction.
If you guys right now were like, we're gonna go out in the woods and we're gonna fucking live in a treehouse and we're gonna do the podcast thing because that's what we want to do with our lives and fuck everything else. And then you went out and you started doing it and it started happening and your thoughts started changing it. And then all of a sudden you became the two most famous podcasters, like bigger than Joe Rogan and bigger than everyone else. And you guys became them too, but from this little tree fort in the middle of the woods, because you went into yourselves, because you went inward, you allowed light to shine outward, you went in. Oh, that's good. I'm going to write that down.
Hey, Tyler,
I love this, man. This is like my favorite episode so far.
No, this is awesome. Tyler, I feel like, I love your personality, and it seems like through your works, you want to spread positivity and messages like that, like.
Dude, you know what? Thank you.
For your dreams and love.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes. Hold on. I'm writing this down right now. What was it? By going inward? What was it? Looking inward.
Well, we'll we'll have it on the replay, honestly.
Looking inward. So if you go inward, allows light, whatever. I don't know. I'm just gonna allows light.
Sometimes you gotta capture those thoughts, man, on paper as a writer, script writer.
Well, I said it out loud, so that's good.
Well, you'll be able to hear it again, on the replay. Do you feel, now I get the sensation from you that there's a lot of like spiritual change going on in all of your stories and what you want to do. Like, almost like you just have like all this need for the stuff to just come pouring out. Yeah. And that's kind of, it's interesting because I feel like a lot of artists are always staring at a blank page and they can never create. And you seem to not really have that issue. It's like a rainbow just flowing out of you.
Oh man. Wow. That's funny you said rainbow. That's really funny you said rainbow. Thank you for that. That's a fucking compliment. The truth is, maybe you're right, man. Maybe I'm doing a good job. Maybe I'm tapping into something.
Well, I think so. Honestly, I mean, one of the bands I listen to, they have a song where
What band?
Honestly, it's Darkest Hour. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's a bit like prog death metal stuff, but
that's so bad, Tyler. I've never heard of it.
No. If that's what you're into, I'm super down here. I love that you're into that.
Well, in one of the lines in one of the songs that I always remember growing up is he says his hell is a blank piece of paper staring back at him. And it's something that's always stuck with me for a longest time. Even doing this show, you always need like a creative outlet, and sometimes you can find yourself just sitting there skunked. You're just like, I don't know what to put down. And I'm just from observation, it seems that like with you, it's just like this, like somebody's opened up the faucet and there's just no stopping it.
Okay. So let me talk to you guys about, this is what I do. Cause I know what you're saying. I can't work in 2-dimensional pages. So like I don't write like other people. What I need is I need a room full of paint pens, markers, cardboard, staple guns, rulers, wood, scrap wood. Like I need weird shit. And then I just need to sit and think because I don't like I think actually writing, the actual act of typing on a computer is can for me take away from the gestation process.
It's like a bottleneck.
That really is truly writing. You know, like for me, like a really truly writing is like dreaming up a story. You know, like I don't need to know what these characters say. I need to know what these characters feel. What are they going through? How do we get deeper into the tapestry of like, not just like, he walks up and says this, and then she says, I like seafood. You know, like how do we get away from that? Yeah. How do we get into
natural
the reason he's saying it is because he's feeling fright because he sees this beautiful woman, like, and he wants to talk to her, and he gets the gumption up to walk up to her, and every fucking girlfriend he ever had in his life, or every woman he ever talked to never gave him the time of day, but he's been doing a lot of push-ups, he's been hitting the gym, and he's gonna walk up and talk up to this woman about seafood. And, and then she responds with, whatever, like, that's whatever, you know what I mean? Like, and then like how, like, I want to think about that. I want to think about the core of who you are. I want to think about like you two, like what makes you want to do this podcast? I don't care about the podcast. I care about more like the two dudes who are like, what is the reason you're like, we should fucking do a podcast? We should do this. Like, what do you have to say? That's cool. Like, you have something to say. You have something to share. You look at Mark Maron, like, he's a great, I've enjoyed his podcast a lot in the past. And he had an opinion. It wasn't just, you know what I mean? Like, What's your opinion? What can I learn from you? What can you teach me? That's fucking dope. What can I teach you?
Yeah, that's why we started the show, to get our opinions out there and express ourselves, That was the main reason why we got on here.
It's funny how things morph too, yeah, because we were just like, you know what, man, we're just sick of this shit. We're just going to get on and we're just going to blast our opinions to whoever wants to hear it. And now we kind of morphed into something not entirely different, because we still do that. But man, just like the show has taken on a life of its own now.
Wow.
But it's the same thing. It's that law of attraction type deal.
Yeah, what I enjoy, not to cut you off, Don, is like Tyler, so we started with topics and things in life. And now, like Don said, like, it's evolving into like a show with guest spots with really interesting people. And you're really interesting.
Amazing.
So I'm loving this.
I'm loving this. You guys are fucking super interesting. Listen to you interesting dudes out there in Florida. angling and being on boats, and like, it's so funny perspective. Like, okay, you ready for the story I'm going to make up about your life? So these dudes, like, they're actually like you're living in Florida, you're a fisherman, you're connected to the earth, like, you have like a beautiful wife, you've been to Tahiti, you felt emotions so deep that you cried, like, you're a lover, like, that's fucking dope. Like, in my story is, I'm like, wow, this guy's out there living on the edge, he's feeling the feelings that people are afraid to feel, and he's so brave, he's talking about it out loud to other people and saying, yeah, man, like, one time I went to Tahiti, and I remember being, you're talking about sacrifice. You spent 6 years saving up to go on a trip with somebody you love. You sacrificed for them, and you got to have an experience. You'll take that to your grave. Like, I might be envious of that. You know what I mean? Like, you might be like, Tyler walks around naked on the beach, but like, you know what, man? Like, you fucking know love for a woman that, like, Tyler, I might just be learning.
You can tell you're a filmmaker. That's awesome. You just made the most amazing movie out of Don's life right now.
I was going to say, man.
Sign me up. I'll pay. I
get Steven Spielberg. We'll pitch that idea to somebody.
But the real shit, you guys, is that, like, that's funny because you did that to me too. Do you know what I mean? Like, we all have the thing that hurts. Like, we could all look for like whose mom, like, hurt them, or whose dad didn't believe in them, or whose lover left them. We all have that, man. We all have it, but like, we all have our own, I don't know where I'm going. I was fucking ciphering. But,
no, it's cool. Dude, it's honestly, we have a lot of doubt now from people. Not now, because the show is kind of starting to take off really well, actually, but, it's one of those things that we are constantly trying to prove people wrong. And I think it's almost like an accelerant, like a fuel that just gets us to try that much harder.
Yeah. So, there's these two guys. Oh, there's these two guys that are really, sorry, go ahead. I want to hear what you were going to say.
No, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was going to ask, I know the first part of this question, but, like, what's your main motivation, like, with making films, like, in the long run? I know it's not money, because you don't seem like that kind of guy.
Oh, man. I love money. I'm inviting it into my life. I just did a big money meditation, actually.
Oh, okay.
But that is, what you said is correct, is that I'm not motivated by money. I love money and I want it in my life and I want to have a healthy relationship to it, but my motivation is fucking hope. Like, honestly, like, I want to give people hope.
That's
I want
awesome.
you to have
so
hope.
Awesome.
You know, like,
I hope you blow up and you spread all over the place.
Dude, I know. Like, even just, let's just live in today. And today I'm excited to be here with you guys, and hopefully you have hope. You know, and I think even trying to give other people hope is like reverse trying to give myself hope.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm like, could you guys be hopeful? If you could be hopeful, I'll be hopeful. You know, like that would mean a lot. So, this one I'm working on right now is all about this. Like it's a little more like, it's almost like could be a children's film. And it's cool.
Yeah.
But, so I wanted to tell you real quick is that, so just to make, and I'll make it brief, is there's these two guys that I've been listening to. They have a great podcast, called Where There's Smoke. And, Brett, one guy's name is Brett, and I don't know the other guy's name, but they started the same way you guys did. And their podcast, man, are so fucking good. They're doing such a good job. And I think they're getting sponsored now. And they're making a change. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. Let's not talk about money. Let's not talk about they're making a difference. Those guys made a difference in my life. They gave me some hope. And they gave hope to my baby mama, Casey, my lover, you know, they gave hope to, my friend Mike. They give hope to, Mike's, they're giving hope. And you guys might be able to do that too, or you might be able to get hope. You know what I mean? Like it's something cool. They're doing something cool. And you guys are doing something cool too.
You talking about them succeeding gives you guys hope?
I think so. I think we're all connected. Like I want you guys to succeed. If you two, called me in a year and if you called me thank you. Like if you guys called me in a year and you're like, motherfucker, Tyler, we just want you to know we fucking quit our jobs and we're making enough money to pay our bills doing a podcast. If you called me in 5 years,
you're welcome
to
come back hopeful. Anytime, man.
Yeah. I'd be so hopeful. And the truth is, but it doesn't even have to be that ending. It could be you could say, hey, Tyler, a podcast led me to writing or this experience led me to this. And now I have hope. And then I'm like, wow, you guys have hope. That gives me hope because there's hope. If you see one person with it, if you see sorry, this goes really deep, but if you see hope in somebody's face or in their eyes, you get hope because you're like, oh, if they're hopeful, it's, oh my God, it's so infectious. Yeah. If you're hopeful, it makes me hopeful. Think about panic, you know, if you're all drowning together, or you're not even together, you're underwater and you're scared and there's a storm and all of a sudden you see somebody in their eyes, you see it, they're looking at something beautiful. Could be a ship coming, could be a boat on the horizon, could be a silver, could be a raft. I don't know what it is, but just the look of their hope would give you hope, you know? Yep. You have to it's about being the leader, almost like a hope leader, you know, where you're like, I'm gonna fucking give everybody hope. And that's for me, I want to throw hope seeds around with film.
You see people walk around. Not to cut you off, Tyler, but I personally want to see people like you succeed because you're a positive person and you want to make change in the world. Yeah, you're good. I can tell you're a good guy.
Thank you.
Just by talking.
Thank you.
You know what's interesting too is that the way you talk about perspective, I think it's one of those things because I've watched a lot of film schools and film analysis and stuff, so take it for whatever. But the act of screenwriting, the act of writing scripts, can be difficult because I think a lot of people don't understand the motives behind things. And just listening to you talk just sounds like you already have, I think you sound like a screenwriter that's just waiting to happen. That's
nice.
Because most of the time, you know, when you're talking about the perspective of giving somebody hope, I mean, that's exactly from, you could easily see a scene in a movie like that, two people stuck in a raft, one person ready to give up and just, kill themselves or whatever, just give up entirely. And then the other person maybe sees it. Just the way you describe it is fascinating to me, I think. I think it shows an interesting, talent.
Yeah. It's funny. I just told a story from my life and, about hope in a boat, in a boat that I was blowing out to sea in the middle of the Tongan Trench. I just realized that. I just told that story and how I saw a little boat coming from a distance and I thought we were going to get lost at sea and how that feeling of hope,
I'll tell you, dude, I've been out on a boat before, offshore, you're talking 20, 30 miles. Yeah. And, you get slammed by a storm and I'll tell you, there's nothing more terrifying in the world. I mean, when you start looking for life jackets, oof, man. We got stuck out on a boat once.
No, dude, Mighty Cyrus twerking. That's a little one. Scary.
we were coming in and about about 5 miles from land, we got slammed by a storm, and we're on a little boat, and our visibility went to nothing, and there's lightning crashing all around us. The GPS went out. All we had to rely on was just the compass.
Dude, that's a nightmare.
But just keeping to it and keeping it steady and keeping
30
going
miles
forward.
out? 30 miles?
Well, we were coming in from 30 miles, and we hit, like I said, probably it was about 6 or 7 mile point.
So you were not able to see land.
Oh no, we still couldn't see land, no.
So it's funny. So Ernest Hemingway's, Old Man in the Sea was about, I think it was about 7 miles out, to sea. You should write that. It's a wonderful story. I like that. Like the idea of cause it's funny because it's an intelligent thing to shoot. One, you can write it because you lived it. Two, you could actually shoot it because it's simple. Sort of. You'd have to really write for production wise, or fuck it, whatever. Let's not think about production.
Tyler, there's a movie adaptation to that, right? I used to watch it as a kid.
Oh yeah, man. No, for sure. Yeah.
I love the message behind it. Awesome movie.
Yeah. I love the book, man. I love the book.
Gotta read the book.
I'm due for another reading. I'm due for another reading, Old Man in the Sea.
Hey.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna ask Tyler, what inspires you more? Acting? Because you've done acting and, or writing and filmmaking.
It's so funny. Well, two things. One, I want you to know that as you asked me that, I'm right now writing Get a Copy of Old Man in the Sea.
Nice.
All right. Without a doubt, the writing and filmmaking, the whole process is really wonderful and beautiful. Acting is really fun too. But no, there's nothing more magical and inspiring and there is nothing more magical than having the power to create a world. Because the whole encompassing thing, to give birth to a film. The Moped Diaries is something that was the first experience of that. I had a partner, and Mike and I fucking, we hung out and we fucking worked that piece. And we gave birth to it. We created a world. We from everything from the sound design to the edit to the music to the score. We had direction. Jake, we didn't write the music, our good friend Jake did, but we had a super huge influence on where it was going. We got the right people to help us and we created a world. And that is acting in a film, it's so funny because you're we'd like to talk about, Tyler was in this movie called, what did you say? You said, I don't even know the name of the film. Identity Theft. I don't even know the name of the film. You were and you were so and I had this moment, this knee-jerk reaction where I was ugh, don't talk about that shit.
Yeah.
Cause I didn't do anything. All I did was stand there and say, hey, she likes to party. Sorry, go ahead.
No, see the thing with,
I'm gonna keep going. Go.
Good. All right. So the thing with acting.
I was gonna say,
Go ahead.
Okay.
We are falling off the rails.
This is awesome.
I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop talking. The thing with acting. Go ahead. Please.
So the thing with acting on my limited experience is that, you don't have control. You're like performing in somebody else's work, but when you're the writer and director, you have full control and it's your baby from top to bottom. And like you said, Tyler, it's awesome creating something from nothing, from your mind and making it into reality.
Yeah. No, you're for sure. For sure. That is, you said it very well. That's pretty much what I was saying as well. Yeah.
So writing and directing.
Came across the same type.
Go ahead, Don.
I was just going to say, I think Tarantino came across the same type of perspective. Because initially, I think he wanted to be an actor, and then after actually doing a couple acting gigs, he's like, no, I'm just interested in being the birther of films.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I have a lot of respect for that man.
He's awesome. I love him.
I think he's tapped into a vein of his own, and he's pulling down from some collective unconscious. So
I have a huge respect the dialogue in his movies, Tyler, amazing. I love the small talk.
Yeah. He's got a unique rhythm to him. It's funny because it's his films are like a dance a little bit. some of the earlier ones.
Reservoir Dogs.
All his films.
Pulp Fiction.
All of them are a really good example of somebody writing and dancing to the beat of a different drummer, but that beat is actually better than the other beat people were dancing to. So it's like that weird thing where it's like, well, that guy's fucking moving at his own pace, his own dance. He's got a different rhythm. Like, his dialogue is the same way. It's punchy. It's quick. It's long. How did it go this long? How is it fucking raw. 6 minutes of dialogue? They're standing outside talking about, you're not even talking about shit that matters. We're talking about hamburgers. They're called this in France. Exactly. You know, like, but it's just, he found guys that can deliver it, and he tapped into something really beautiful. He does a good job.
Yeah.
I agree.
I was reading on his backstory. He worked in a video store, and that's kind of like where he got his inspiration.
He went to film school. Yeah. He like went to film school in a video store, basically. You know, like he spent like 10 years fucking watching old VHSs. And I'm making up a story about him. I don't know. You know, this is what I heard too. I wasn't there with him, but you know, like it's a really cool path that he's had too. You know, and I think he's a prime example of a guy who's in, you know, like he's a little bit, not older, but you know, like 30 or whatever. Yeah, and he's 35. I don't know how. Well, I'm just saying, so like he was a guy who's 30, 35, and he really truly believed that he had the power to change the universe. And he did.
Tyler,
he gave us hope.
Who's your favorite, filmmaker out there? Director or filmmaker? Do you have any favorites?
Man, I don't know if I have so many people I'm influenced by and I really truly love. And I could like sit here and name films I love and guys that I love. And, I mean, obviously I'm a big fan of Wes Anderson. I've always been a fan of his. The Coen brothers, I have a lot of respect for. They give me a lot of hope.
No Country for Old Men. Amazing movie.
Yeah. I have a lot of hope watching guys like the Coen brothers.
Do you ever go for the older people, possibly not around anymore? Some of the people like the directors from the 60s and 70s, maybe like.
Like who?
Well, like for me, honestly, and I don't mean to keep bringing this up because I feel like I bring it up every time we have somebody from Hollywood, but for me, the biggest influence on my young early eyes was Stanley Kubrick's work.
So funny you said that. So the truth is I don't feel like I get hope from those films. I get a sense of like hopelessness. And I don't like to feel hopelessness. You know, like, and there's a reason those films never resonated with me. I don't write things like that. Or at least I don't like to be in a state where I'm writing things like that. But were his films absolute cinematography, like just gems? Like, yes, they were, but like they weren't influencers on me. You know, like it was, I probably pulled more from Lion King than that. You know, like I look back on my life and I'm probably pulling more from, you know, early Disney films than like Kubrick films, you know.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, it's
and it's funny too because it's not even about directors. In some ways, it's more just like I know it's about directors, but like it's about the film. You know, like it's sort of like, and that's why in some ways like, well, who are your favorite directors? Like, well, I don't know, like my favorite films are, and then you can kind of tie that backwards, and then I guess that guy made two of my favorites. You know?
Yeah, because it's tough to pick a favorite person because sometimes they'll just make some shit you don't like, and you're like, well, sure, I definitely don't like that, but the other shit he did was awesome.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
But, I will say we're getting to a point where we're going to start wrapping it up here soon, but.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
We do this thing, that we call rapid fire, and it's just a series of quick ones, and I don't have a ton, but they're just going to be fun little things. This or that, and you just answer however you feel. Sound good?
Okay. Do I just say words or
you'll get it. I'll do one and you'll understand, okay? I'll say like dogs or cats.
Okay.
And what's your answer?
Dogs.
All the time, dogs? Dog, man. See, I got 3 of my own adopted, so that's what, it's interesting. But, summer or winter?
Summer.
Coconut or mango?
Coconut.
Alright, would you rather play the guitar or play the drums?
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Tough one.
I'm a front man at heart, but I love to bang on shit masculinely, testosterone driven. So like, I'm gonna have to, can I take both?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Today, at this exact moment, today in my life, I would choose a fucking I would give me a drum kit, and a couple of fucking sticks, and let's just beat it up. Yeah. Let's hammer on it.
Are you a rhythms guy? Is that why you think, or is it just more of like a physicality thing?
I think there's a combination of physicality and also like I'm setting the tone. Like the pace goes by me. We're boom, boom, boom. We're going this fast. Boom, boom, boom. you know, like we're going that fast. Like nobody has control like that guy. You know, like,
Tyler, you're the man, dude.
Yeah. And like just stepping up and just be like, you know, ripping your shirt off and letting out a guttural scream and like, follow me, motherfuckers, we're going to war.
You have to please come back on the show. You're like amazing.
No, you know what we need to do, Dave? We didn't even get halfway through those questions, but we need to do a podcast like in his treehouse. If that's like sometime down the road when we get out in the 9 to 5, like that's the goal number one.
Let's do this. You guys, that should be, let's set goals, man. If that's your goal, is your goal to, like if you want to come do this in however many years, you should write down, in 3 years, I'll be doing a podcast with Tyler in a tree fort and write that shit down.
Playing drums. We gotta all play drums. At the same time.
Well, I might be a guitar guy then, or I might be a quiet guy and let you, like, but
so
today's a drum
Treehouse
day.
Guitar Hero. I'm down.
All right. So now moving on. Walk on a sandy beach or trek to a log cabin in the mountains?
Normally sandy beach, but at this moment in my life, I would probably go on a nice walk in the mountains. Just today. Today. I'm a beach guy by heart, man, but, I'm doing a lot of, there's a lot of stuff up there in the mountains that flows down to the beach, and we gotta understand that, you know, the water that comes off the mountains into the ocean. Let's go backward. Let's go look around a little bit. Let's see something different.
Yeah, I think that's the fun point about these rapid fires, because I get actually a lot of requests from people who've listened to do it, and I think the idea is that you get a snapshot, like a picture of that person's life at that specific moment. You know, because like you said, things change. But I've got like 2 more here, because I wrote them up pretty quick before the show. But
that's okay.
Would you rather have close friends at a house party or a high-end party in Monaco?
You don't even have to finish. You know, come on, like I would rather be sitting holding my daughter like in a treehouse, quietly listening to birds, like to crickets, like, and like with my friend Mike sitting strumming a ukulele and Casey cooking some food, and like my family, you know, like that's like, I have no desire to be in Monaco, but that's today, you know, like that could change, you know. But I will say the majority of my whole life, I would just choose that. Yeah. I would just choose that.
You know what's funny is there's those times too, like we have, where Dave and I live, there's this really fancy car show that comes down as all these rich people flood in, and then there's all these people that want to be rich, and it creates this really caustic environment. And
it's funny because I don't even want to hear the rest of the story. I'm like, well, all right, let's not talk about it.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, let's not even talk about money or caustic environment. Yeah. Let's talk about the environment.
Baby.
Let's talk about us being in the tree fort in 3 years. Write that shit down. Let's talk about us having an intimate dinner in the tree fort in 3 years.
That sounds good to me. Now, the last question I had was a pretty intense one, and it might be a bit negative, but you might be able to derive some hope. But I just wanted to get your opinion on it. If you had a choice, would you rather lose your sight or lose your hearing? Which one would you, if you had a choice and somebody said you got one or the other?
All right, I'm gonna break bad on you right now. Okay, I'm gonna not on you. I'm gonna break bad on just how my first gut thing is something I've been working on is like choice. And and I know this sounds crazy, but just stick with me for a minute.
No, go ahead.
Sometimes and this is, I learned this from relationships. Well, you can have, you like saying, I can either work the 9 to 5 or do a podcast. My wife, I want to be with her sometimes, but I also want a girlfriend sometimes. You know, like I want to have a lover and I want to have somebody else be, my homestead person who like, we have a family, you know, like that's relationship stuff. There's even deeper stuff where you're like, I want to have 2 houses, you know, like whatever. Like the idea that you don't have to pick one is amazing. Like you don't have to pick one. You could have whatever you want. So like instead of saying like, I would choose to lose this, I'm going to jump in and just be like, neither. Cause I would choose to have all of it. And on top of that, I like to add a 6th sense. That's just for me, like, and that's just like that's me today, man.
No, and that's actually cool because the whole point behind these questions is you can form your answer however you want.
Exactly. No, we don't have to live in the box. I can rephrase the question. Like, yeah, sorry, most people won't.
No, that's what I'm saying though, but that's the answer is it's funny you said you're going to break bad because most people stick within those 2 parameters and rarely go outside. So I love the fact that you just went completely circumnavigated. Not only am I not taking that, but I want a 6th sense as well too.
Yeah, no, fuck that shit. I also want to be able to like teleport, and I want to be able to sit in a quiet, like soft soft pink orb Indian style with you two while we're meditating. Like, and I want to be there right now. I don't want to be on Skype. I want to like, and I don't even want to be using words. I want to be us like speaking through colors in our stomachs that are cooked. Like, I want it all, dude.
Yeah.
You know, like,
you sound like an ayahuasca trip that I read about, man. This is pretty cool stuff, dude. Yeah, we did an episode a while ago about that. I don't know. Have you ever heard about that stuff?
Totally, man. Totally. I've never, I haven't in this lifetime experienced that, but, yeah, I think we're all in some deep shit. And hey, thank you guys so much for calling me today and letting me just talk with you. So I'm very, very grateful. I think I learned a lot from you, and I think you learned a lot from I think I learned a lot from you. So thank you for sharing.
Both ways.
We appreciate you coming on.
Yeah. Appreciate you on. Yeah. We have to have you back at some point. You were awesome.
Hey man, thank you so much. Hey, you know what I'd love to, can I just, I hope that when we hang up the phone, we all have a lot of hope.
Yeah. Honestly, this has given me juice to go forward. Any conversation like this, we go through a lot of work, Tyler, to make the show work, and it can be tough sometimes, like wrangling cats to get guests on, or even the audio issues. And so something like this, when you struggle for so long, for like weeks or whatever it is, or months, and then everything finally comes together and it goes really well, it's like it's somebody put another gallon of gas in your tank, and you're good to go for another week. So
my buddy Mike Schwartz loves the gas in the tank analogy, and I hope you guys have a lot of gas in the tank right now. And we're let's keep pushing. And you guys take that hope and spread it out, and it'll come back to me.
Yes,
you know, because like we all have.
We wish you much success, also, Tyler. Not to cut you off.
No, it's all good. Guy. Hey, you guys, seriously though, write those goals down. Like, write your goals down.
Tyler Nilson.
You should look at them. Don't write my name down. Write your goals down. No. Write your goals down. Like, you should write your goals down. Like, if you're like, I want to do this, like, I'm serious, you'll make it come true.
Yeah.
I gotta say, being in that space bubble sounds kind of enticing. I can't lie.
Yeah.
Bro. Yeah. Wait till you read this fucking thing I'm writing right now. Like, or not even read it. Wait till you see it. When you see it, like, it might be 4 years out, 3, 4, 5 years out from now. But when you see it, I'm writing some shit that's like on some next level, like planetary. It's dope. Hey, I'm really proud of this one.
That's awesome.
Hey,
Tyler.
Go ahead. Sorry,
go ahead. No, there's a show that's popular right now on Netflix, and I read a cool story about it. It's called
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things. It hooked me. And the Duffer brothers, they got rejected.
They're from North 22. 22.
Yep, they got rejected by 15 to 20 networks, stuck to their guns, and they got a fucking hit show.
Yep. And you know what? They gave us hope.
Absolutely.
Fuck yeah. Like, that's a story. Their story gives me hope.
Absolutely.
They're from a couple of twins from North Carolina who fucking wanted it. Like, and I think they did an amazing job. They did an amazing job.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Don't spoil anything though. I'm only on episode like 5, so.
All good. No. Hey, I love you guys. Such a pleasure to talk with you. A lot of love coming from my end to you guys. Thank you. And, thanks, I want to be in the tree fort with you guys in 3 years.
We'll do it, man. We'll write it down. We'll be there.
Let's
Tyler,
do it. Big goals.
Enjoy the rest of the evening, man. Thanks for being on.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, everybody. That was episode 22. Funny Blunt Truth, our guest Tyler Nilson. Check him out, Instagram, Twitter, IMDb. That was probably one of the best interviews I think we've ever had or done. That was fantastic. Dave, you got anything to add to the end of the show?
Just that he was fun, man. He was a fun guy. I liked him. I liked his vibe and his personality. And I personally, I want to see people, who are positive and want to, change the world in a good way, make it. And, I hope he blows up, man, and does like great things, because he seems like a cool dude.
Dude, I bet
funny
you will.
guy, man. He's got to be back on.
Dude, definitely. But for Tyler, Dave, and myself, Don, that's been episode 22 on Funny Blunt Truth. We'll see you guys on the next one.